Hello there. We have returned. I realized in between the last recording I didn't do a team recap in the last episode. I'll try to be better. That's on me. My not excuse. I'll say explanation, because there are no excuses. I gotta do better as the I was it host of this adventure. I don't know. I mean, I am the protagonist is one way to put it, but like. I think host makes more sense in the way of, I should be presenting, hey, we have Mirth here, level 15 with Fairy Wind, Swift, Charm, and Life Do, right? Albaz, level 15, Clanging Scales, Skill Shot, Dragon Tail, Protect. Robin Hood, Spirit Shackle, Leaf Storm, U-Turn, Shadow Sneak. Turk, Razor Leaf, Double Hit, Leech Seed, Fake Out. Mirror B, Leech Seed, Water Gun, Mega Drain, Fake Out, which I'm gonna just, Envy, Astonish, Withdraw. Envy, I wouldn't fault anyone for forgetting is on the team, right? Like, Envy's never coming out. Is the reality until we get to, I think once we get to Hammerlock, then we can get the sweet, not sweet, the tart apple, I believe, is the item. Or it's the tart something, right? Because the sweet apple is for the other one, for Appleton. But we are here, Route 3, and you can see there's a venipede on our screen that is just begging to be caught, right? You can hear it, I can hear it. So I'm just gonna go do that. But yes, I admit I'm clearly rusty as far as solo adventures go, because the way that we go about the intro of every episode for Attack Lock is turn on the timer and go, right? Like it's not really a requirement to team recap, other than you just do it for your own sake, not necessarily for the viewer's sake, right? It's because like I just want to know what I'm working with for the episode, and it's also time crunch. Versus in this case, there's no time crunch, so I'm just I wasn't expecting words coming out here, but so not really a welcome to Sinnoh. We are in Galar, but I like the vibes, so it's okay. No, I did not mean to click that. I meant to send to the box. And we're gonna go heal anyway, so we're just gonna go back to our handy dandy. What is it? West Motostoke. Pokemon Center. God, I just like brain not functioning at full capacity right now, which maybe that means maybe that doesn't mean good things for what is to come. So it looks like our Venipede is Swarm, and it is a hasty nature. It is obviously Route 3. So with all that important information out of the way, the next most important thing, which is arguably more important, is like, yo, what will you become? So we spin. We spin, spin, spin. Aeron, which is, I think also, like, we have not gotten a single, well, is it primary rock? I don't actually know. I guess we will find out together when I return. And we are back with probably most common nickname for this Pokemon, Aeron. Just varied as in how people want to spell it, I guess, right? So, Aaron is steel primary typing. So yet another actual legal, and it has Rockhead. The inch kind of shit for hasty, but it's it is Rock Tomb, Metal Claw, Roar and Harden. But obviously it's not coming on the team because we have a great team, right? We would never need to replace any of them unless an unfortunate accident occurred, right, Kevin? But yeah, we are. I probably healed already, but it couldn't hurt to just do it again. So we can keep going. We have to just get through Route 3. Then I forget if it's the Galar Mine first, and then I think Route 4. I don't know, but I'm not gonna duck trainers right now because I think that's how we will keep up our levels. But if we're rapidly approaching the level cap, then that's when I'll know to chill, right? That's more or less gonna be what will tell us what we need to do. And at least my team composition currently, okay, dude, whatever, man, is actually quite bad into fire types, other than exactly Albaz. So thankfully that's the third of the trio of gyms to face, right? Like it would have been, I would say, quite difficult. And if at least you would have two grass types that are useful, but again, like Envy just does not do anything. So that's kind of disappointing. But I'm gonna switch to speed this up. I don't need to sit here and take this. So I guess because it's low, I'm gonna do what I've said it a few times. The way to try to sweep is scale shot up. Get the KO with skill shot. Get my speed boost because both clicking scales and this lower my defense anyway. So that's no different. Headbutt. Honestly, it's probably better than protect. Like I think protect has its uses, but I need an item that will help make it make more sense, right? And right now I do not. So I assume this doesn't have play rough, otherwise this literally could never present any threat to me, right? I have to say that out loud because I am a proponent of, at least in the randomized games especially, and it probably doesn't matter as much in this one since obviously everything's already kind of done. Life Dew's not terrible, but it's not good. And Charm, I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Like, it's crazy. Like it's crazy how, in my mind, these are kind of similar value. Ancient Power, though, much more value. I think I need that coverage. So I'm actually not sure which is better right now. I think I'll keep Charm for right now because I'm not sure how much I'm clicking a healing move that only heals you like a quarter, right? Like that's like if I knew we were gonna do double battles, which I need to skedaddle away from that Nidoran real quick once we get out of this, but let's put an Oran Berry on. I could give it the Silk Scarf and start just clicking Headbutt more. That's not the worst idea. So that I don't keep lowering my defense all the time. Ah. I was hoping I could avoid it, but I did not. But we don't need to fight wild Pokemon for levels, I don't think right now. I think we're getting enough fighting the trainers. However, the trainers, since they're not using fully evolved Mons, right? and it's all gonna be, you know, the opposite, non-fully evolved stuff. Might keep us lower. We might have to do something at the end, but I'm not 100% sure. Like we do have a long road ahead of us. Like it's what it's 3 routes, right? Total. Like it's Route 3, then the Galar Mine, then Route 4 before we get to Turfield. So I would rather just avoid fighting the wild Pokemon if possible. But I'm not going to shy away from any optional trainers. I don't know if this one even was, but in general, I don't think that is quite necessary. Alright, dude. Give me the finger. Hope you feel better about yourself. A better water move is much appreciated. 65. Woo. That is huge. And it's Mystic Water boosted as well. So I think that is going to feel real good. Like Mega Drain is still pretty weak, but realistically the rest of the team has grass moves covered. So it's probably not bad that we got the upgrade for... It's probably, like, for our situation, it's better that we got the upgrade for the water move before the upgrade for the grass move. So, all good. And this trainer, thankfully, had all fighting types, so Mirth could just Fairy Wind on through. And I don't need to heal that little bit of HP. Is there, like, something here? Right? Okay, yeah. I was like, this pattern, I'm like trying to read the tea leaves that is the pattern of the grass. While trying to also not run into the wild Pokemon, preferably. Badoo. Don't have a flying move, but we did just get ancient power. That was a crit. Thankfully we dodge. And we get the boosts, okay. I'm gonna ancient power once more. I was thinking about saving the PP, but considering ancient power was actually kind of not doing that much damage. Even with the +1, I wasn't really feeling like it was gonna do a ton, so. I trust that it can't one-shot me, so we're fine. And we one-shot it, more importantly, but just in case we didn't. Gossifleur. We can just hit the Fairy Wind. Cotton down. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we dodged a second Sun Spore. Wow. Mirth is going crazy. Alright. Now we are lower on PP, but we're still fine on HP, so I think we're good to just put Albaz in the front and continue on. Which I see Sonia here, by the way, so. Why are they showing me industrial stuff? Like this is. I want to see the cool nature in this region, not the man-made wonders, if you will. Which, I mean, that one's not really a wonder. It's just like, hey, he does stuff. Chairman Rose does stuff for the region. Is all that like seems to achieve. Which also we did get healed, right? Yeah. So good timing for my Spidey senses to not go back to the Pokemon Center and heal. I do know, since it is such a long trek to Turffield, that there's more than just that as far as healing goes. So we'll try giving a headbutt. Can't copycat. So we're gonna try to spam some headbutts here, so that I don't have to lose my defense. Or okay, well. Well, now I can't spam it, but that's fine. I think we'll live. We'll give it a nice clanging scales. Confuse Ray is not happening. Do I want to switch to something else? I guess. Show off some other members of the team, but I mean, it's Robin Hood is just because it's a ghost, right? So. Oh, no. I don't care about tropical butterfly refreshers, whatever that may be. Yeah, Leaf Storm is so OP this early. So that's always nice that we can just do that, and having a nice normal switch in is pretty good. All right, I'm not greedy, so we'll take the Rost, Pecha, Orin berries, and we get a TM for beat up, which I don't know that we really want to teach anything that currently. I don't think that really helps a ton, and we don't need to heal. We're fine. So we can keep on moving along, and we can fight this. Was it delivery? Yeah, postman. I don't care if it has a flying move. I don't. It does not kill us in any fashion. So not. I'm gonna play very fearlessly, I believe, with with Albaz and with Robin Hood for the most of the early game, since they are just gonna like base stat the shit out of this, right? I'm willing to even clang scales this time to get around the reflect. That quick attack did do it, easing him out. Wait. So it's Pixelate Pidove. Alright. That's not ideal, to say the least. So we'll try Robin Hood then. Yeah, so I'm gonna run into stuff like that. Like I just don't know, since I've never played this game. So I've never seen anyone make the Pidove line fairies before. The most common change I've seen in these is actually making it ghost, or just not changing it, right? Like just buffing it. So like that, I feel like that's probably more common, is that these games usually don't change it. But I feel like ghost is the, if you're gonna change it, the one that I've personally seen the most. But at this point now, I am not sure if Fletchling is fire yet. I assume they wouldn't change it just because like it will become fire once it evolves. But I don't know. I mean, either way, it's fire flying, so, or if it is even fire, right? So Which it probably isn't based off that damage. But nope, that flail's very strong. Yeah. So we did get hit up a little bit here. But I guess now is the time for me to not follow my instincts and just go all the way back, but instead we do have healing items and actually use them since we can't even use them in battle anyway. So realistically, that's what it's here for, right? So I should just use it. I don't need to go to someone else's camp. Yeah, you're still the lowest level, so. Albaz is getting a lot of screen time because just the lowest level. What can I say? And I already have the gears turning. Thinking about I'm trying to think about the gym because obviously the level cap is staring me in the face like, yo, it's 27. Like, that's a lot. So, like, what do I have in store for me coming up, right? And I think the obvious ace is still. I don't know if they would change the aces for any of the trainers, like the gym trainers, right? Like it's still gonna be I'd assume Eldegoss because it's early to have a fully evolved Mon. But who knows? And I do have to go into every gym battle with the game plan of who is going to get the Dynamax also, right? It is a finite resource. I should have faked it out, but I don't care if it had stamina. I probably should have faked out. I keep not clicking fake out. Maybe I should be putting it at the top if I do that, but I don't need Screech. But I mean, I killed, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I feel like the next heal person is somewhere nearby. Yeah, I think this is the next heal person, if I recall correctly. Yeah. So yeah, we have a heal person on both sides of the Galar Mine, which is nice. Which the Galar Mine is now a new encounter. So do we have anything that that helps us catch anything? I don't think we do. I'm gonna lean towards not really, like, you know, a couple fake out mons, probably the extent of fake out plus leech seed, I guess. Kind of the best tools we can use. I mean, whatever. I don't care what I catch, right? So let's try to catch this timber. I'm gonna just leech seed. I don't like putting a timer that actually like means something is not a good strategy normally, but these are just so low level mons that I'm just afraid to really use anything else. So, and at least it has this decided or the beneficial side effect that if it's attacking me, I can always just heal up right from leech seeds. But so far, nothing has given us any issues trying to catch them. So I do appreciate that. We will not be nicknaming the timber. No, I keep just spam clicking. We're gonna send to the box. But because this game has it, also we're right here, so we're gonna heal because I can. But what we can do is we can literally look at the box from here. So to me, there's no reason not to take a look. See that it is a guts, lax, timber, and bring up that wheel. So let's give it a spin. Vibrava. So I will be right back. And we'll be staring at yet another usable Mon, but will not be joining the party. And we have returned with Insector, the Vibrava, where it is still Ground Dragon in this game. That did not get changed. And the only change that is relevant, I think, right now is it does get Bug Bite now by level up, which it did not previously. But other than that, it is the Vibrava we know. So it is still at the box, thanks to being able to access the box directly from anywhere in these games. So we will continue on to the Galar Mine, since that was our Galar Mine encounter, and we will keep on moving forward. And we'll fight the trainers. I don't know if it's gonna be rock types or ground types. I feel like I have a different lead for both, so being the between the Mirth and Albaz, since they're the lower levels. But since it's rock, I chose correctly. But if this is sturdy, then I don't have to worry about sturdy. Haha. But as always, Albaz is. I mean, unless there's a surprise fairy coming, right? We did run into that, in fairness. But I'm not overly concerned about Albaz dying in most cases, right? Like I'm gonna switch out usually due to either spreading around experience, or in this case, I have all resisted moves, so I would rather just fake out to get around potential sturdy and then bubble beam. I feel like we haven't used Mirror Bee in a bit, right? At least against a trainer. Like obviously we did just use it for catching, but against a trainer, it's been a bit. All right. How far does this place go? Oh, nice. I see. Rock Blast. That's not terrible. I don't know if it's good on anything at this point, but we might as well check. I think that one's probably worth checking on it. We got nothing that can learn anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think Rock Blast, if it was learnable on Turk, that for sure would have been dose. And then even on Albaz, I think would have been good coverage, because we have the triple dragon move that we just do not need currently. And I resisted the urge to go back and heal after that, but I probably will go after this, if we're being real. Like, I think we are. I'm always wanting to heal, especially because Clang Scales has such low PP, right? It's only 5, so I think that will very much incentivize me to go back and heal if I start using it more, rather than pushing up, which if I have PP availability, then I should be pushing up. And I'm assuming Albaz is the one that I keep having to put in the front for more experience to get it more even, just because what's it called? It's a pseudo, so I'm assuming it's like it's experience values, whatever the well, I don't know the technical term, but like how much experience it needs to level up throughout. It's just higher, is my guess. But I do not know that for a fact. Back in my day, TM26 was definitely not Scary Face. It was something much better, in fact. It was Thunderbolt. But this is, they really, like, obviously over the years, they obviously had to change TMs for various games, and then they really overhauled it in this game. So, oh, I do not want to run into you, Zubat. That is not... I do not need to fight you as far as I'm aware. Heartstone, if we had been able to teach Rock Blast something, that would be great, but unfortunately not the case. But obviously we do have a rock type in the, a not primary rock type in the box right now, so Heartstone could be quite useful later on. Am I stuck here, is my question. Because if not, I kind of want to go, I guess Mirror B is better. Wait, no, Alolan Diglett doesn't get Arena Trap, right? I don't think so. So, oh my god. Hell no. That energy was for an ad, hell no. No, that was offensive. That was offensive. But, yeah. I didn't fake out in case I was tangling here, so I could keep my speed. If I would decide to stay in. Which I probably should. Fury Cuddy, though, is annoying. That's not good. But we one-shot, so it doesn't matter. So it looks like we are a little bit above the levels of the current trainers. Which I don't know that I could have done a whole lot about that. Because as you've seen, I'm literally just fighting the trainers. So I may, it's could be an argument to skip trainers at some point soon, right? Any optional trainers, which there are coming up, optional trainers. So who's getting synthesis? I don't know if synthesis is better than this set. Like this set's pretty good, but I'll consider it in the future. At least, or I'll leave it in the back of my mind as a possibility for later on. Looks like, can we avoid this trainer? Looks like we can. I don't know if I really want to, but because again, we do have a big. I do know this. I will not be caught off guard. We do have a big battle coming up. Again, it's the first battle against Bede. That I do know about that. So that will not catch me by surprise. But I don't know what level Bede will be at. So I still think for now I'm not gonna skip trainers until I'm thinking that like I'm actually in danger of hitting the level cap. Because I think the most important thing that I can do is ensure that at least what should be the most challenging fights design-wise of this game would be the fights against the gym leaders. So I am going to try to make sure that 1,000,000% that is never one that I'm over leveled for. But if I'm over leveled on the way to that, then I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do if I'm I don't like to see Endeavor, especially when I don't kill, but it just means we're gonna have to heal. So, yeah. There goes an Oranberry, but I mean, they were cheap, so that's not really a big deal. So like I don't think fighting, you know, the trainers right now is a bad thing, but I want to keep it front of mind. And the easiest way for me to do that is to say it out loud, right? So if you're wondering why I always do that, that's always my reasoning is saying it out loud is never just for the audience. However, you know, I think it helps because you get insight into what I'm thinking. So as you can see up ahead, we have Bede, who normally is a psychic type trainer. So with that in mind, I am going to put Robin Hood in the front. So here's our official introduction to Bede. Let's see what remains the same and what's upgraded and new. I think Solosis is the normal lead. Also level 19, so I don't feel bad about where I'm at. So like yeah, like the trainers that are not the important trainers are a little lower level. So I feel like I keep getting like spooked by that, like, oh no, am I not accounting for enough of the upcoming trainers? Gatita, I think Gatita's normally part of the crew as well. We will Spirit Shackle away until we have no reason not to, right? So it is super effective. I will note that just because a lot of times games will change the Goth line to be part dark. And obviously that was not the case for at least Gotharita. So, okay, 21. Look at that. We have one Mon that's equal. So, and I assume this Hatena should be the ace. So, and we're about to have another Mon equal to it since we're gonna just keep clicking Spirit Shackle. We have a ghost. That's very strong. So we're gonna use it. And Esper. I don't know if Esper is always a part of this. Like, Esper feels like the new Mon to me, if there even is one, right? I could be making that up. That's always possible, but anticlimactic fight. But we had to teach Bede a lesson. We don't let bullies win. We bully bullies, I think is the better way to put it. At least in Pokemon. Just like we fight kids, we bully bullies. You know, that is, I think, the way to do it. Because how else will they learn their lesson other than sweeping through them as if they were nothing? So yeah, we're almost there. This is Route 4, which does have multiple optional trainers. So these ones I feel like I should skip until I see what's up. Kind of like get the lay of the land a little bit. Aw, oh, damn. That sucks. Do I have to beat it to get the... I think I have to kill it to get the berries. And it's... I know we get reduced berries because of this, so... Yeah, we lost some berries. That sucks. I think I'm just gonna... I think I want to heal first. Or establish the flying taxi. Because obviously, you know, Pokemon Center calls to me. It's been a while. And hello, Milo. So 8:31. I'm always curious what that's supposed to mean. And I'm sure I could look it up, and I probably should, and I probably will, since it's now front of mind. Like what their numbers, like why are they the numbers they are, right? But I'm thinking, looking at the time in the episode left, I think we'll heal up, see if we need to buy anything, and then we'll get our Route 4 encounter, and I think that's a good place to stop. Because then we're already, ready to face the next big challenge. I don't think we need to buy anything of those because it didn't look like there was anything new, but we could sell these revives for sure. And talk to everyone in here because you never know. Alright. Now, let's go back to Route 4 and let's get an encounter with preferably not running into a trainer. I will also lead Mirby again with the same logic as previous. We were able to catch an electric earlier, let's do it again. That did a lot. I'll throw a ball then, leech seed if we need to. Well, that looks like we need to. So we have put on the official timer. Which if we're ever really worried about the timer, we can always go set up the Grassy Surge with Turk. That is always an option. But now it's in the yellow, so I think that now it wants to be caught, right? We do have great balls also. So you know what, let's just throw a great ball. We just got some great balls. If it's not liking the Pokeball, then oh, okay, well, never mind. That speech didn't quite have the result I wanted, but that's okay. How about a heal ball then? These are all three I can offer you, so can't really do a whole lot more. Did my game freeze? Uh oh. So okay, so I didn't have any guarantees that this would run perfectly. So thankfully I did save before bead fight, right? So if it in fact did, if I can't make this, I'm gonna configure the game real quick and slow it down, see if that does anything. But if that doesn't do anything, this is part of the inherent risk of playing any Sword and Shield based game. It very much does crash still. Yeah, this thing. Alright, so on that note, we didn't catch it. So what I will do is I will come back, to the equivalent of here for the next time, and we will try to catch our Route 4 encounter again since it has crashed. So I thank you for watching. As this will, now this puts it into your minds because I don't know if I said it out loud. I don't think I did up to this point. That yes, the game is not the most stable. It literally the Eden emulator literally says, hey, the compatibility issue is that it has in-game crashes. So we have run into that, but nothing to fret. So I should be saving probably more often than I have been, but in any case, I have video evidence of what happened, so I'm not concerned about any crashes. I can always just go back and then try to make sure that I get through wherever it is. But yeah, I stopped myself in the middle, but I'll say it again. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next episode.